Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be touring my van, Honda Odyssey 2003 minivan that I lived in for 8 months. So right now it is pretty much exactly how I had it for 8 months because I'm going to still use this minivan for camping. Other than there's not as much food as there usually would be. There's nothing in my little cooler, and the clothes bin is a little bit empty. But other than that, this is exactly how it was when I lived in it for 8 months. Crazy. All right, let me tour you guys around. So let's start with the very basics. I see a lot of really cool Sprinter vans out there, a lot of really cool converted van configurations out there. This is neither of any of those. This is simply a van with the seats removed, with a surplus military mattress that is not very big, a little piece of wood that I cut up to fit perfectly in the storage area, so this bed lays flat on that. This bottom sheet is a twin, so it's even too big for this little mattress. I've got my 2 pillows, and I've got a duvet, which is a queen-size duvet, so it's extremely big, with an extra blanket there. On the windows, there's one window here that I used an actual blackout film, but on most of them, you can see that there, that is a rubber spray. I have it right here. It's called Leak Seal. So you can just take this and... Oh yeah, no, that tip's clogged. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so not only does that black out all of the light, almost all of it, because these windows are tinted, when it's completely pitch dark and I don't have a giant light on inside, you can't actually see through. But when it's daylight outside, it actually is bright enough, quite bright inside. Let me show you. There's a perfect example. So that's what it looks like from the inside when it's daylight outside. And with my little curtain closed, it's bright enough to function. And then this right here is a one window where I used like this this film that sticks on, and so that's completely blacked out. So I'm glad I didn't use this everywhere, because I actually like that little bit of light that comes in. And the last thing that makes this a little home is I got some fabric sewn to the perfect dimension, and then I put a little slot in it so that a shower curtain rack could go through, and then I just hang it on top of my little handles here. And that is going nowhere. Over here, I tuck it in right there, and then I pull it behind my dresser. And on this side, I found that you could actually still see in. So I put my coat here, see that? To completely block anybody out from looking in from the passenger and driver window. And then on that side, I did the same with a hoodie, but I'm wearing the hoodie right now. My driver window, not only is it bad reflection, but you can't see back there at all. You can just kind of see the side of the van there. So now I am totally hidden back there, and from the outside, it just looks like a completely normal minivan. So stealth. We're just gonna go clockwise around the vehicle and I'll show you everything that I have. So up front, I have my garbage. I have a toolbox. This is kind of the toolbox where I have everything that I need on a trip. Just basically everything you need for anything. I have my work boots for work, and then I just had my runners for just everything else. Under here, I have a first aid kit right there. Some needle and thread, and some more first aid gear. In the little side compartment here, I've just have some miscellaneous items and a road flare that I found somewhere. All right, coming back here behind the seat, I've got some maps and some clipboards and some other paperwork. This is where I store my little mini vacuum, because I do have a nice entrance carpet, so this isn't very charged, but it works really good for the amount of space that I had. This little dresser is from Walmart, and so that's a little back support, clothes, and I rarely use the bottom one because that one has a tough time coming out. So right here, this is a CO detector. You know, you're running the vehicle sometimes when you're in it, and I just felt better to have a little portable CO detector with me, so that stays right there. I wouldn't run the vehicle all night, but sometimes I'd be sitting in it and running it just to warm it up a little bit. Right here is my hiking backpack. It's kind of got my wilderness knife on it. Definitely don't need a knife this big, but I saw it on Amazon and I just had to have it. I think it's called the Gerber Strong Arm. That is a cool looking knife. And I've got some bear spray inside, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, just sleeping in this at night, it just kind of feels good to have something worst case scenario if anybody, you know, really wanted to get in and they wouldn't stop trying to get in once, you know, you announced yourself. So made me feel better having a little bear spray for all the wildlife. This is my workout bag, and when I was going to the gym, this is what would have my towel in it, all of my, you know, shampoos, body wash, toiletries, and so that would take this all the time when I went to shower or use the gym. And then in this little corner here, a bunch more tools. I've got some jumper cables. You know what? I'm not even going to go through that. That's just a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff if you ever got trapped out in the woods. There's some stuff here. Some more tools. Torque wrench. This is my hitch for when I get my pull my little boat that I have, which is at storage right now. I mean, yeah, I could store this with friends when I was living in this van, but why not have it on board just in case? Let's just flip this up. And underneath there, see that little thing? That's a battery charger. And you see right here, there's a little outlet, 12-volt outlet here with an inverter connected to my laptop charger. So this would always stay right here once the ignition is on. So say I'm driving around or driving to my sleeping spot that night, I would plug my laptop in. So this was for my laptop, and then up front, I just had a normal 12-volt outlet for my phone that I would charge while I was driving. It definitely takes some planning. Whenever you jump in your car, make sure you got your laptop plugged in or your phone plugged in as well, because once you get to your spot, if you didn't do that, you're like, oh great, now I gotta idle my car for 30 minutes and charge these devices up if I want to watch a movie or something. So it takes a little bit of planning. And then the last bag I have, this is all my camera gear. Laptop, drone, all my camera gear. Oh, and shout out to my uncle who gave me this axe as a gift. Isn't that cool? Oh, look at that. Oh. So, I do have to, it's a little rusty. I used it maybe twice, but, and it's got this little sheath. Isn't that neat? So I keep that with me in case I'm having a fire and splitting wood. All right, let's continue. Right here, I thought when I started living in a van that I would read more. I haven't touched these books, but if I ever choose to, that is my bookshelf. All right, now to the interesting part. Let's take down my winter coat here. And I booted my cooler out of the way, but this is where my cooler usually sits. A little bit lopsided there. So this is just a Walmart cooler. What is it? Ozark Trail. And it keeps ice cold, or keeps the keeps the ice from melting for about 3 days, give or take, what the weather is like. What I did a lot of the times is I would just buy prepackaged meals from a grocery store and just simply eat them cold, but I could keep them cold for a day or two in here. So there was next to no cooking actually happening. It was just being able to keep pre-cooked food cold in here. And then a lot of canned stuff went in here. This was like my little pantry. I had just one. I have two now, look at that. I had one plate, one fork, and there is a spoon kicking around somewhere. And yeah, this used to be full of, you know, just bananas, oranges, everything that you could keep for a long period of time without the refrigerator, which is quite a bit of food, actually. And then, look at that, my trusty pee bottle. Of course, when I really did have to use the washroom, I would go to a public restroom, anywhere with 2 stalls, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, or the mall. The mall is a really good place, or the gym that I went to, which was Anytime Fitness, where you actually had your own stall, you had a shower, sink, and toilet. Kind of sucks. There's going to be a video on that, of course, but that's probably the worst part. Those two. Food, not being able to cook, and the washroom and shower part are definitely the worst things about living in a van. So stay tuned for some more videos about this van if you're new to the channel. I lived in this thing for 8 months, and now I actually bought a place. But it was an incredible experience, and the awesome part about it, it's a great van. I just got some brand new tires on it. And now this is such a perfect vehicle to go camping. I paid $2,300 for this van. It let me live in it for a year without breaking down, and now I get to use it as a camper for $2,300. I think I've got my money's worth. And it hauls my boat, which is parked up in storage, and I've got to start to slowly get it ready for the summer months. So that's it for this video. Why am I staring in the sun? It just goes to show you that you don't need a whole lot of stuff to live in a van. I mean, yeah, it's nice. You can spend $40,000 on your Sprinter, but I spent $2,300 in this van, and I got almost a year out of it. Did it suck at times? Yeah, big time. But not that much. I would say 90% of the time, it was pretty simple. Until the very end. You can't do it forever. You can, I mean, there's people that do it. I can't do it forever. But 8 months was my cutoff. Anyways, guys, that's one of the reasons. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep living the dream. Until next time, bye-bye.